episode was, we started off with Shelby being lost in the woods and stumbling upon some kind of druid, we think, ritual.
So yeah. She doesn't look druish.
Thank you, Melville.
I get that.
We get dead.
First of all, I have to say that there was a lot of wandering in the woods at night in this
Stay out of the woods at night.
And in the daytime.
Good at it.
Are these the same ones that were breathing last episode?
Yes, I have a theory about that.
Into the woods.
Right.
So, pigs. Pigs are. I think we found out what
pigs
the pigs
are reoccurring. Yes.
I think we found out what the pigs about because that one guy was being sacrificed.
Yeah.
Stole from their pantry.
Right.
Oh yeah.
She called him a pig.
That's
and
right.
so she attached pig parts to him.
She was reminding me a lot of Madame Lalaurie.
And then roasted him. Very much.
And then roasted him.
Yeah.
Which was just.
Man roast.
Oh man.
I thought it was
Roast pig is
interesting
pretty tasty.
I thought it was interesting that she made the Minotaur in Coven.
Yeah.
And she made
Do you want to be on chat roll?
Yep.
Okay.
pig head in this one. That's
that is
parallel.
true. That's a big parallel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Or they just ran out of fresh ideas.
Right, or Ryan Murphy's recycling.
It's very possible.
It's still creepy as fuck.
Oh
It
my
is
God.
creepy as fuck.
He had
I
like
agree.
hooves. It was
Yeah,
bad. It was
everything.
bad.
She had the
It was
hooves,
not
the
good.
tail.
The tail,
head.
the head. It was just
It
yeah.
was really creepy.
And I feel like the roasting, like he was an actual pig, was just.
And what did they do with
Yeah,
that?
I was gonna say, do you think they ate the pig? After
No!
they died?
At the end of the episode,
They
it
just burned
comes
him alive.
back
That leads to the later part
of the episode where they find the pig.
Is that his?
Is
are
that
his
his?
entrails and stuff?
Yeah.
strung
But
out on
it's
the racks?
hanging on like different.
Yes.
Or is that actually a wild boar that they slaughtered?
Oh, you're talking about the boar
Later
that
on.
jumped out of the bushes? You think
No.
he tried-
Like,
No.
When they find-
Later on, when they
Later,
find
when they
the
find
burning.
the fire with the Lord of the Flies thing
Yeah.
with the
It's got all the pig
the
entrails.
cross, the
and-
pig head on it.
Yeah,
all the
so it has
entrails
to make you
made out.
think
Are
is
those
that
pig entrails
pig
or
entrails?
The human entrails.
Yeah.
So barbecue.
And it's hard for us to tell because I think they said that the inside of a pig is the closest to the inside of a human.
A human.
Yeah.
Body, according to Mythbusters.
Well, that's why they grow human parts in pigs. Anyway, we're done
So
with
yeah,
that.
we're gonna one at a time. We're gonna take
Pigs.
turns this time.
All right.
Sorry.
Moving
That's
on.
okay. It's hard because we're drinking and we're like.
15 minutes.
So druids. You brought up druid.
I brought druids.
You brought up druids.
Druids.
So do you
Druids.
think?
Wait,
I
can we
mean-
say what is a druid?
What is a druid? What do you define as a druid?
Let's go to our druid expert.
Oh,
All right, Jacob.
This is Jacob, by the way.
I mean, like, I was just, like, spitballing. Like, I play Dungeons & Dragons, so...
That's not what a druid is.
You're correct. It is not exactly what a druid is. Typically, druids are... they perform rituals and things, but usually it's according to the natural cycle of things. So, one of the theories is Stonehenge was a druidic site.
No.
They performed, like, rituals based on Stonehenge's alignment with the constellations, the moons and stuff.
Okay.
So I could be wrong. Obviously, I'm just a drunk dude talking about shit.
We all are.
But
Yeah.
basically,
All
that's
of
my
us.
understanding
Same.
of how the druids work. They're
So
just
far, we're
people
going
that
with druids.
they believe in natural magic.
Yeah,
I guess
okay.
the closest modern, although there are modern druids, the closest
Yeah.
popularized thing, I guess,
Oh,
would
no,
be
there's one more.
Wiccans.
Wasn't it?
all that.
That's what I was going to say. She was probably a witch in Puritan time. But she also seems overly religious at the same time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
she might be one of those like hail and brimstone kind of lunatics.
Evangelists.
Yeah.
So
So at this point in the story, Shelby decides fervently she's going to stay.
yeah, I don't.
So
that
what?
was kind of
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking somehow in the tub of water, which we still don't know what it is. I feel like Kathy Bates' character enchanted her somehow to make
Did
her
something
interested in going back into the woods to stay. Like she seems
Either that or she's an idiot.
Drawn to it.
She seems
She
very
is
drawn and
to
connected
it.
to it.
I
But
mean,
before,
she did rationalize it with
Yeah, she
all of our money.
rationalizes. They're just trying to scare us off. I'm not going to let them do that.
No, but they've already made that argument before.
But
so.
Several times.
But before she,
and it's only episode
Twice.
the beginning of episode 1, she was repelled by the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she didn't say it. Now she's like, we're here. So I find that's a very weird switch of character to be like, I don't want to be here. Oh, now we're going to stay.
Yeah, I
It's
do
just-
think that was very random, especially after what happened to her in the
Yeah.
She keeps
Well, I
getting
think
drunk.
when she rationalized it, that it was all
Oh,
bull
they were just trying to scare her.
her.
We do
At
have
first,
someone.
she was scared, and then she went, "Wait a minute, you're not going to scare me."
But she already had decided that it was the other guys. Like,
Kate has someone.
Oh, the
check.
pole.
Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
JJ Warden has jumped in and said
Hi.
that, hi JJ Warden, he thinks that the forest is alive and the cult sacrifices people to it, which is why the ground was moving.
That's actually an interesting thing I thought about earlier. There's actually records of the largest living organism on Earth is actually a fungus. And it exists
yeah.
underground.
Science.
I think
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
covers about, I don't remember, it's been a while since I've looked at it, somewhere between 10 and 30-mile radius.
Holy cow.
And it's one continuous organism, all underground. I think it's called like the honey fungus or something like that.
Oh.
Well, that's
Something
also
like
kind of
that.
the same thing with they talk
The
not.
ground was breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, and if you go back to episode 1, one of the Easter eggs I found on the Orpheus Theater was playing Crimson Harvest, which I thought would be a play into harvesting people
Yeah.
somehow.
Okay.
Bloody harvest.
Well, I
He
mean, you
thinks
also.
that's why Flora's gone.
Well, and you also have to think about,
We'll get there
because, I mean, you know, if you talk about, if you go into the sci-fi world and you go into witches and all that stuff, there's always a nexus that they are surrounded by or that they go to tap into that
Yeah,
power.
center of
So
power.
maybe
Leylands.
that's the reason why the ground was breathing, because that is where that center of power is.
It's like in Lost, where it was like the spring of life.
Yeah.
All right, so we are introduced with 2 new characters. Flora is Lee's daughter. She comes to the property and instantly knows something is fucking wrong.
Talking to ghost children who want to
Priscilla!
murder everyone.
Fucking Priscilla.
God damn it, Priscilla.
Before she even walks in the house, she just looks at the house and like, wait, this isn't a farmhouse, and what the fuck is going on? Like, she just knew.
Yeah, the look on her face was very.
Before she even talked to
reason.
Priscilla.
She was like, "Still, it's a farmhouse. Where are the ducks and chickens?"
Yeah.
You know, she was just. You
That
know,
kid is haunted as fuck.
And she's
Yeah.
got a solid resting bitch face, that little
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
Yeah, she does. Whoa, does she?
So, and then she meets Priscilla out of the thin blue, she's in
Bonnet
a,
hat Priscilla.
she's in a cupboard somewhere, and Priscilla tells her that everyone is gonna die, and
Sorry.
she's gonna be, Flora's gonna be last to die.
And I feel like this might actually happen, so.
What stage
Yeah.
is this?
This is like the second, third
Well,
scene.
if the way they're
Oh,
just
there
State-
you go.
Now I just imagine Priscilla being
Pennsylvania.
Schwarzenegger
No, this
and
is North
Bonnet being
Carolina.
like, very
Well,
funny, I think
Pennsylvania.
I'll kill
No.
you
No,
last."
North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina.
Or South Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
So Priscilla,
Maybe I'm thinking of it.
but we later find out that that not only can Flora see Priscilla, but Shelby and Matt can then see Priscilla out in the forest.
We're assuming.
Yeah.
We're
that's
assuming
Priscilla.
that's Priscilla.
That is true.
We don't
It's an
know for
assumption.
sure. We don't know for sure.
Oh,
But
well.
the kid followed her, so that leads me to think
Right,
that.
There was the bonnet that came through
But
the
Flora-
window.
Well, no, but they referred to her as a child. You know,
Right, but
so
Flora saw the same girl too.
Yeah.
When she looked out, she saw Priscilla, and when Matt and Shelby looked out, they saw the same figure.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, hard assumption, that that's
So
Priscilla.
who is Priscilla? That's very interesting.
And do we think Priscilla's gonna lure her to kill her or to save her? I think she's trying to save her.
Well, they're saving her for last, right?
Yeah.
But I think Priscilla's trying to warn Flora.
Or you think there's other evil?
Right.
Well, remember, she
Well,
was trying to
but
make a
also,
deal
yeah,
with Priscilla.
Flora's trying to make
Right.
a deal with
With
her
Priscilla,
dolls.
yeah.
Priscilla
Priscilla
also
never
she would
said
kill
that
them.
she would not kill her.
That's true.
Seems like
Laura
a
was
pretty
trying
good
to stop
deal.
her from
All the deaths in the
Right?
house for
Yes.
a doll.
For a doll.
Huh.
Oh, I'd give up
Hey,
a
dolls
doll.
are special.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because they can be harbingers.
Ishmael. Who was Ishmael? I wrote it down.
Oh, one of
the
the
Bible?
hillbillies.
No, he's.
He's
Yes.
the father.
Ishmael.
He's the father of the
Yeah.
Polk family. He's the father of the Polk family.
Ishmael Poe. We know their
I
name.
think he's Wes Bentley.
He makes awesome speakers.
And that's
He hunts whales.
Oh.
yes, he hunts
Yep.
whales.
Yes.
Moby Dick, to be
Call him
precise.
such.
Margaret is. We find out one of the older ladies.
The
of
old
company.
woman.
She's
Yeah.
the first M.
She's
in
the M,
Murder.
which we find out later.
She is the M, not the first M.
Oh, that's right. She is the M. I apologize. Yeah.
What?
Well, we're not sure if the rednecks are trying to protect the mountain or not. Like, we don't know
what
are they
their deal
protecting the
is.
mountain? Are they protecting the people in the house? Are they the ones causing the evil? Like, we don't know where
To
these
be,
rednecks
Yeah.
to be fair, we haven't even seen the rednecks again since.
We haven't.
We don't
Since
know.
the very
original
first episode.
rednecks.
Yeah,
Well,
the three,
Polks.
the Polks that
Oh,
were
those
trying
three,
to buy
those
the
first
house.
three, yeah.
Like, those are the rednecks that they're blaming everything
But we
on.
haven't
But
seen
we
them
haven't
since.
seen
We haven't
them.
seen
Kathy
them.
Bates and her
Yeah.
people have been the ones
One of them
causing
is
the rest
Chad
of the
Bono. I
issues.
looked it up online.
I think they're the
It's very possible
Yeah.
it could be like protecting them from other evils like Kathy Bates. I don't know.
So we find out the origin story
Yeah.
for the Shining nurses.
Gotcha,
We
babe.
later find out their names are
Them bitches be crazy.
Bridget and Miranda. So Bridget and Miranda
Those bitches are nuts.
ran a nursing home out of the house and
Angels of Mercy.
picked people with their first initial that we think spells out murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
something.
What
totally
other
different.
word? What
it
other
could
word?
just be murd and it's like the name
Murderlicious.
of a demon or
No,
something.
because Dennis O'Hare, unless he doesn't know what's
Unless
going
he's
on,
wrong.
he said they didn't get to finish the
Yeah.
word, their favorite word.
But it-
so I think he had to know from like the diaries or something. He knows what that their favorite word is murder.
Yeah.
But it could be a scrambled word that we're missing letters.
Red rum.
Maybe
It's
they
red
like,
rum.
Maybe they like anagrams.
What if S is a missing letter?
Yeah.
What if F is a missing letter? What if L is a missing letter? We
Yeah.
don't. It could be any. We don't know
Well,
what the
someone,
word is.
how do you work on that? You
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. I mean, unless it's a total bullshit that they're giving these interviews, none of our main characters die.
Die. Yeah.
Right,
Agreed.
but here's the thing about that. First
Laura
of all,
can die,
I'm not-
Mason can die.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
But-
not certain, first of all, the validity of these interviews and such. Like, I don't know if they're playing a big trick on us or something. And then the other thing
Why
is,
do you say that?
well, like, we don't know. It could be, like,
Yeah.
bullshit, or they could start getting haunted in the interviews. I think the interviews are going to come into play somehow.
Did anybody else watch True Detectives?
Yes.
Yes.
The first half of the season was flashbacks, and the last few episodes carried on after
Yeah.
after they
Yeah,
stopped telling the
that's
story.
true.
Because most of
yeah,
it.
I mean, yes, they
Yeah.
could die after their story has been reenacted.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we finally have a timeline for the story, which is after 1997.
It was very confusing.
So
at
it's
first.
Yes, we were
2000
very
and to probably
confused.
2000s and to present.
And they have
Present.
smartphones.
And they have
The
smartphones.
smartphones do look pretty advanced.
Yeah.
So it's really
So,
Right,
um,
and plus, she's like a yoga instructor. No offense to yoga
The
instructor.
car they were driving was different.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All the cars were modern.
Okay, and then we finally this week.